I bought the most ridiculous self-defense gadgets on TikTok to find out which ones are legit and which ones are total scams. I'm gonna rate each one from 1 to 5 stars on how effective they are, starting with the iPhone Taser. One of these cell phones is a self-defense gadget. Can you guess which one it is? Let's see. This is heavy. Ah, it's gotta be this one. It's so light. And what are these metal things at the end? It's super light. Whoa. That is loud. Let's test this on Prism Mic. Ready? Here we go. Whoa, that's like really warm to the touch. I think Prism Mic would fall down by now. No! Hi, this is Mike. Oh, yeah, he's here. It's Pain. Oh, that definitely left a mark. Look at that. I think this would definitely scare people away. If you make this noise, I would definitely run. I'm gonna give it 2 stars because you have to get really close to someone for it actually to work. This next product easily fits in your pocket, but you have to be careful it doesn't activate when you're not expecting it. It's called a pocket staff. Whoa, this is insane. Wow. Let's see if this will knock over boxes just by opening it. Punched a hole in the box. That's kind of crazy. So it does come out with a lot of force. Looks like you could do some damage to someone with this. I think we need to test it on Prism Mic. Oh. That's not a good sign. What the heck? This thing sucks. It's probably a magician's trick, but not great for self-defense. 1 star. In front of me is a Harry Potter self-defense wand. It shoots little fireballs out of the tip. It does shoot fire, so just make sure you're using it in a controlled environment and following proper safety precautions. To load it, you use this little bit of flash paper, stick it into the tip, and then you hit the button right here. Whoa! All right, cool. Expecto Patronum. Whoa. All right, we got Prism Mic here, and once again, we're gonna check damage after I use this. Avada Kedavra. Whoa, Avada Kedavra. No damage to Prism Mic though. I guess you gotta be in the wizardly world for this to work. But it shoots a flame. Let's see if we can light a candle. All right, here we go. Loomis. I don't think this can light a candle. And I'm gonna have to give this 0 stars because unless you're a wizard, it can't protect you. But it is fun to play with. All right, next we got this knife ring, which is the smallest self-defense tool we have. There's a little lever here. And if you pull it, this pops out. It's kind of sharp. This doesn't feel that sturdy. And I don't know how this is gonna defend me against anything. All right, let's see how quickly this can pop a balloon. All right, here we go. Whew. Let's try it on something harder though. All right, it's definitely making little holes in it. As far as swiping it, those are pretty deep cuts. I guess we have to test this on Prism Mic. All right, we got good old Prism Mic here, and we got the knife ring. Let's see what it does. It's cutting up the shirt pretty easily. It's not really cutting through his skin, but it is slicing through things. I think it could still hurt someone. Not illegal to carry. I'm gonna have to give this 1 star. Not very effective. You have to be so close to the person. Next up is the pocket shot. Let's see what this thing is. This thing looks weird. Apparently you pull this back and then it will launch things out of it. Almost like a slingshot. It's pretty compact. You know, you could keep this easily within your pocket. But let's give it a test outside. Let's see what this does to Prism Mic. Oh. Oh, gosh. I think Prism Mic survived. This thing is not very accurate. Oh, that just went all the way wrong direction. It's not that easy to pull back. And it has terrible aim. Man, this thing is so hard to aim. There's no way this is good for self-defense. So this thing wasn't that accurate. I don't see this helping you. If someone's about to attack you, you have to pull this out and aim properly just to even hit them. By that time, I think you're gonna get attacked. I'm gonna give this one 1 star. Now we have the blade from Assassin's Creed. Whoa, look at that, comes in and out. All you gotta do is just move your finger. This is pretty crazy. You can hide it under your sleeve like this and then boom, comes out. All right, let's test it on Prism Mic. What? This doesn't seem very effective. It's held in place with a magnet. All right, let's try a pillow.
12 seconds later.
I think it broke on me, so. Well, this is not working. Although it looks cool and probably would be great for cosplay, this isn't gonna be effective at all. 1 star. But carrying a knife can be illegal depending on where you live, so make sure to check your laws. Next up, we got a mini bow and arrow. This is pretty sturdy. Seems a little too large to keep in your pocket. I don't know how this would work if you're actually getting attacked by someone, because it seems like you'd be messing around with too many things. It's got these arrows, not super sharp, but you know, they got a little bit of a point. And yeah, let's test it out on something. Oh, all right. Look at that. Pierced the watermelon a little bit, but I don't see it doing any real damage. All right, now we gotta test this on Prison Mike. Whoa, Prison Mike is fighting back. Whoa, this is pretty much a toy, but these arrows, maybe you could do some damage with them. Overall, this isn't really effective. 1 star. Next up is the world's brightest flashlight. It goes up to 200,000 lumens. A regular flashlight only goes up to 300 lumens. This thing is so heavy, oh my gosh. It feels really well built. It's got a strong handle here. If all else fails, you can hit somebody with it. But let's put this to the test. All right, we dim the lights to see this in full effect. All right. Pretty bright, getting brighter. Whoa, that is insane. That is very bright. At this brightness, it gets so hot that it has an internal fan. This would definitely get attacker away from you and probably blind them for a while. I can already tell this is way too bright for sunglasses, so I'm gonna jump straight to the most powerful thing we have, a welding mask. All right, let's do it. All right, I can see it getting brighter. Whoa. Yeah, that's pretty bright. Whoa, that's very bright. I mean, it's protecting my eyes, but I can feel the heat from it. If you shine it at someone, there's just no way they'd be able to see. Whew, that thing is bright. This will definitely deter someone from attacking you. And I like that it doesn't cause real injuries. And it's not illegal to carry a flashlight. So I'm gonna give it 4 stars. Our next product is a cut-resistant sweater meant to take slashes from even the sharpest blades. Feels like just like a thick, normal sweater. Nothing that crazy, material stretchy. It's thick, but looks pretty comfortable to wear, actually. Might as well try it on. So it feels pretty lightweight, cool to the touch. It's a thick fabric, but it's not heavy.
Mike, can I test it on you?
No, not me. Let's try it on Prison Mike. All right, Prison Mike's here. We got a knife. Let's try it out on Prison Mike now. I'm pressing pretty hard right now. It's doing nothing to the shirt. It doesn't even look like you can stab. Oh. So the stabbing, it's going through the shirt, but the slicing, it's not. Look at that hole. That hole went through and through the skin here. So good for slashing, not good for stabbing. I wouldn't jump in front of a bullet wearing this thing, that's for sure. While I got Prison Mike out here, let's test out our next product, a ballistic dart launcher. Whoa, look at these. These are really sharp. This thing looks pretty deadly. It's got 5 different darts here. They're all really sharp, and I guess you can launch each one. All right, let's give it a shot. Oh, so it didn't penetrate the sweater, it bounced off. This actually did well for the sweater. All right, this thing couldn't penetrate the sweater, but I still think it's pretty strong. Let's see how accurate it is. Whoa, there's some pretty big dents in here though. I think this thing could do some real damage, definitely pierce the skin, but it's not very accurate and kind of hard to shoot. So I'm gonna give it 2 stars. Next up is a walking cane sword. Whoa, look at this thing. That is very sharp. I feel like it could almost cut my finger right now touching it. This thing is very sturdy. It could do some real damage. We know that this will go straight through a human, but let's test it with some armor. We got this plastic armor on him, which is probably more armor than any mugger would be wearing. But this is a weapon that most people wouldn't be carrying. Let's give it a shot. Oh man, it just goes right in there. Oop, I mean, it's definitely stabbing through it. Oh, look at that. It's really making some real damage to this armor, and this armor is pretty thick too. This thing is definitely deadly. I mean, you can see these holes, they went through that thick plastic armor and still cut holes through the shirt. This is no toy. The plastic armor wasn't strong enough. Let's test it on something medieval. Oh, look at that. There's some deep cuts here. You can see all these marks. Some of them are pretty deep. So it does look like it helped, but you're still getting hurt with this. I'm gonna give this one 5 stars because it could definitely unalive someone, and it's pretty much illegal everywhere. Here we have a salt gun. It's mostly deadly against bugs, but we're gonna see how it holds up for self-defense. All right, let's test it on a balloon first. Hands up, Prison Mike. Whoa, I think the salt just bounced back in my face. Stay salty. It went in my mouth. right, I'm gonna go a little closer. Oof. I think it's more likely to pop back in your face. I think I got salt in my eye. I'd probably use this to salt my steak, but not stop a criminal. If it won't pop a balloon, it's not gonna do anything to an attacker. This one's gonna be 0 stars, also 100% not illegal. Next up, we have an anti-theft device called an invisibility shield. We cut this one out to be the size of my shirt. What do you think? Can you guys see me? The goal of this is to disrupt the shape of something so it doesn't look like what you're looking for. I don't see myself carrying this around in case I see a mugger. And if I stand closer to it, it doesn't work as well. I'm gonna give this one 0 stars. This is not gonna help you at all and super inconvenient to carry around. All right, let's see something that might stand a chance. So this is the world's strongest water gun. It's supposed to be way more powerful than anything else on the market. But to test it, let's go outside because I don't feel like getting my place totally soaked. All right, locked and loaded. Whoa, dang. This thing feels crazy. This is like the coolest water gun I've ever shot. Let's grab a traditional water gun. All right. Yeah, this doesn't even compare. It's not even close. That other one is so much better. This one sucks compared to that. All right, let's test the stream machine. Not bad, but the first one's definitely the best. All right, so this thing is pretty cool. It's definitely more powerful than your average water gun. But as a self-defense tool, this is definitely a pass. Plus, you need to keep water around with you. That's not easy. I'm gonna give this 0 stars because it's not gonna stop an attacker. But it's totally legal and pretty cool. If you wanna see me test more cool products, click here.